The Tough Mudder Classic is 8 to 10 miles with 25 obstacles. If you've bought your ticket for 2019 or are interested in buying a ticket for 2019, this video is for you. We're going to be breaking down the obstacles, the tricks, and the tips that are going to set you up for success. If 8 to 10 miles is not your thing, check out the 5K video. Mud Mile 2.0. It is by far the muddiest obstacle. It's pretty much the most fun, and it's one of the longest running obstacles on the Tough Mudder course. You have six 6-foot trenches to navigate with you and your teammates. But don't worry about it. It's all about teamwork right here. Here's a couple tips. You want to throw a knee up and make sure that you get your friends up and over. You want to make sure to give them a boost, and once you're at the top of each berm, turn around and help your fellow mudders over. New for 2019, we have the biggest obstacle on the Tough Mudder course, which is called MUDDERHORN. It is a 3-story cargo net A-frame that, even before you get on the cargo net, you have to tap a shoulder, throw up a knee, just so you can get a boost to get up to the cargo net. You're then going to go hand over hand, foot over foot, just to reach the top. Once you crest the top, though, you're gonna feel so rewarded. Here's a little side tip, though. Don't look down. Funky Monkey is near and dear to my heart. I love this obstacle, and it's definitely in my top 3 of all-time favorite obstacles at Tough Mudder. The keys to this are grip strength, and grip strength. So start training it, all right? The first thing you're gonna do is monkey bars. You're gonna traverse these monkey bars sideways, forward, any which way. You can skip rungs, however you wanna get it done. The key thing is slowing down because you're gonna face the horizontal wheel for the next one. Grab that horizontal wheel, wait for that thing to spin you right where you need to go, and then finish off those last 3 wheels with momentum. Let that speed carry you from one wheel to the next. Traverse the last bar, high five your teammates and the volunteers that are out there. Everybody's stoked at Funky Monkey. A new obstacle for 2019 is Black Widow. It is a 30-foot cobweb of slack lines over a pool of water. Sound pretty cool, right? Now there's lots of different ways that you can get through this. You can side shuffle your feet, you can go foot in front of foot, you can even be on your hands and knees when you're going across it. But you need to choose your route wisely or you're gonna be going for a swim. Are you ready to party with your teammates on course? Well, at NESS Monster, you can absolutely go wild. We have a series of spinning blocks that you and your teammates have to get up and over. Now, the first thing to think about is communication. So often I see too many athletes trying to get up and over these things at once. Remember, 1 to 2 athletes only. Then, once you get to the top of the block, it's about communication and strategy. You've got to stay on the top of the block and pull from the other side. Don't just high dive off and go on to the next block. Stay there with your teammate. Keep those blocks spinning and get everyone over. It's about teamwork, camaraderie, and of course, a whole lot of fun. Tough Mudder is all about teamwork, but the Gauntlet is all about you. We have 4 unique challenges on the biggest obstacle that Tough Mudder has created. 4 unique challenges. The first challenge is a balance beam. You're gonna need to keep your core tight and move your feet in a nice straight manner to get across. The second is all about core strength. You're gonna push your hands and your feet into the walls and then traverse the walls all the way to the other side. Finally, you have 2 grip strength obstacles back to back. The first one, you're gonna be challenging your fingertip grip as you shimmy along a 2x4. And oh yeah, we threw in some knobs and a couple of poles in there to really mess with you a little bit too. And then finally, you're gonna channel your inner child as you go across a ring swing over water to the other side. There's gotta be lots of high fives after you crush this obstacle. It's so cool and certainly one of the best challenges I've ever seen. We call it Kiss of Mud for a reason. Your body and frankly your face is in the mud the entire time. Here's this obstacle. It's 40 feet long and 18 inches above you is razor sharp barbed wire. So tip number 1, if you're somebody with a ponytail, a man bun, or just a big booty, keep them low, man. You don't want to get anything caught up in that barbed wire. Number 2, crawl with your arms and not with your legs. With your arms, you can use your forearms to pull yourself through without raising your hips up off the ground. And then number 3, choose the muddy lane, slide yourself as far as you possibly can through this obstacle to the other side. The 9-foot-tall Berlin Walls is by far the quintessential Tough Mudder teamwork obstacle. There's 2 steps to getting your teammates up and over this wall. The first one is take a knee, all right? When you take a knee, they can step up and onto your knee as they reach for the top rail. The second piece is give them a boost. Grab them by the butt and push them over, or grab them by the foot and push them up and over. Now you're at the top. What do? Press up and over, rotating your body so that your hips move all the way over the top of the wall. There's a cleat on the other side. Put your foot on the cleat and step down safely. You've conquered the Berlin Walls. This is Leap of Faith. A 6-foot water gap jump, a cargo net climb, and a pole traverse. I mean, it doesn't get any more Tough Mudder than this. The key things to think about is number 1, you gotta spot your takeoff. The last thing you wanna do is end up in the water before you leave the ground. The next thing is speed. You wanna back up at least 15 feet, get that good running start so you can leap and clear that 6-foot gap. And then finally, that last piece, which is aim high with your hands. You wanna grip that cargo net tight, finish the climb, and then traverse your way to safety. Arctic Enema is a rite of passage for Tough Mudders. The first thing you have to do is prepare your mind for the cold. It's what makes most people hesitate and not jump in this obstacle. The second thing is once you're in, just keep moving forward. Take big deep breaths, go underneath the fence each time, and don't stop swimming until you finish that obstacle. Pop out, shake the legs off, get some blood flow back in there, and crush the rest of the course. Augustus GLOOP is going to challenge your courage as well as your mental grit, that's for sure. I mean, if you have a fear of confined spaces, this one is going to be like the challenge of all time. First off, you have to climb up a dark tube to get to the top of this obstacle. That's hard enough, right? The second piece is you have water jets, high pressure water jets hosing you down on your way up. Truly Tough Mudder, right? The cool thing is there's 2 lanes. There's one lane with its traditional ladder climb, and then there's another lane with some off-centered holes for that extra challenge. Get to the top, high five yourself, wipe all the water off your face, and carry on with the course. On to Everest 2.0. It's a 12-foot quarter pipe that's all about sprinting and commitment. You need to sprint all the way up the quarter pipe. I mean, as high as you possibly can go. Grab an outstretched arm, and then swing your leg up to your fellow mudders. That way they can pull you up and over. Don't try to push away from the ramp. Once you're at the top, enjoy the view, turn around, and help your fellow mudders. It may sound complicated, but there are a few other obstacles where you feel so accomplished at the top. It's all about slowing down to speed up at Devil's Beard. Now, you can do this obstacle by yourself. I mean, it's a 60-foot cargo net, it's staked to the ground, you can crawl right underneath it. But with 4 or 5 friends, yeah, it's much easier. Here's how you do it. The first athlete goes in, stands up slightly, arching their back to elevate the cargo net off the ground. The second, third, fourth, even 5th person can go in and do the same thing as you work your way down. This creates a nice, fast pathway all the way to the end of the cargo net. It may look simple, and with a teammate, it surely is. I love the name of our obstacles, and Spread Eagle pretty much is at the top of the list of coolest names ever. Here it is. It's a 30-foot slackline, spaced about 18 inches apart. Now, the thing about this obstacle is that you've got to slow your roll. You can't rush this thing or you're going straight in the water. I've seen people on all 4s getting across it. I've seen inchworm style crossings. I've even seen people roll across it. Any way that you can get from point A to point B without getting wet. Are you ready to spread eagle? If you're not muddy enough by this point, we have tight squeeze. This obstacle, new obstacle, is going to combine crawling down into a mud pit, getting on your hands and knees and going under multiple tubes and then climbing and crawling your way out to the other side. Now here's a tip for your teammates. You can crawl underneath the tubes, arch your back up to create a nice fast pathway for your teammates to get to the other side. A whole lot of mud, a whole lot of teamwork, and a whole lot of fun. There is no other obstacle I get asked about more than electroshock therapy. This 800 square foot dangly wire obstacle is truly one obstacle that Tough Mudder is known for. It's all about mental grit. So as you step up to the line, you need to focus your mind on that getting through this thing in one go. You fall, get right back up and do it. Now, there's many different ways to get through it. You can bob and weave like a ninja. You can go iron cross with your arms out to your side, or my favorite, which is grabbing your teammate by the arm, interlocking, and getting through this thing together. I mean, life is about getting through tough things with your friends. Electroshock therapy truly exemplifies. So if you've bought a ticket for a Tough Mudder in 2019, you're probably asking yourself, what do I need to bring to this thing? What do I really need to run a Tough Mudder? First thing is your ID. You don't have your ID, we can't register you, you can't run. So bring that. Number two, a good pair of shoes. And at that, I want you to double knot them so they stay on your feet through Mud Mile, okay? Number three, you need another pair of clothes. Yes, it's quite logical, right? You're gonna be doing a mud run, you're going to get muddy, you're probably not gonna wear those clothes home, so bring another pair of clothes. Bag maybe too, would probably be good. You don't wanna have your car smelling like Tough Mudder for the next month, so a bag to throw all those clothes in would be a good thing. Next is a towel. You know, we have showers at every single event, so it's a good time to kind of wash everything off, recap on the day, high five some friends over in the shower area. And then finally, it's about a good attitude. You know, Tough Mudders, you're gonna meet some of the best people ever at a Tough Mudder. So bring that positive attitude, go home with some good friends, and really enjoy the day. We'll see you at the next event. The Tough Mudder Classic is 8 to 10 miles with 25 obstacles. We've just covered some of our favorite obstacles, but there's so many more to see over at the obstacles page on toughmudder.com. If you want to learn how to train for a Tough Mudder, go to the training page at toughmudder.com. Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel, drop some comments below right here, and of course, watch more videos.